Hey,
Hey,
yeah,
yeah,
yo, what
yo,
I
what I
stop. Had on some different lipstick.
Hey,
Lipstick.
y'all,
Hey,
this
y'all,
your
this
girl
your
D
girl D
Love.
Love.
I know
I
I'm
know
all
I'm all
late.
late.
I
I
said to
said to
myself,
myself,
"Do I
"Do I
said
start
start
virtual
virtual
camera?"
camera. I don't know
I
what
don't know
that
what that
is.
is.
Hey,
Hey,
okay, let's
okay,
see if
let's
I can
see if I
hear
can hear
myself.
myself.
Went to the
Went to the
casino
casino
tonight.
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I said
I
to
said to
myself,
myself,
"Ooh, we
"Ooh,
got
we
a
got a
hot
hot
mic
mic
tonight.
tonight.
Let me
Let me
try
try
going
going
live
live
tonight.
tonight.
Because you know I
Because
don't
you know
go
I don't
live
go
on
live on
Sundays.
Sundays.
Not a
Not a
religious
religious
thing.
thing.
Just
Just
decided I
decided I
wasn't
wasn't
going
going
live.
live.
On
On
top of,
top of,
how was
how
your
was your
Sunday?
Sunday?
Listen,
Listen,
ooh,
ooh,
we're going to
we're going to
check out
check
Lady
out
Luck
Lady Luck
Club
Club
video
video
about
about
Dr.
Dr.
Umer,
Umer,
y'all.
y'all.
And
And
then a
then a
Cantrell.
Cantrell.
Black folks, y'all acting a fool out here. Do y'all know that? You're acting a plum fool. Oh, hold on. Okay, so what I gotta do is, hold that thought, I'm still here. I need to turn off a monitor, a speaker.
I think I figured the problem out. Hello. I know y'all waiting on me. Let's see if we get some juice. Oh, I see what happened. I think I figured the problem out. I figured the problem out. All this time. Hello. I know y'all waiting on me. Okay, we good to go. Okay, I know you in the bushes. You can come out the bushes. Listen. Okay, I'm good to go. Listen, I've been trying to figure out how to resolve my issue. I can tell Conscious I made it. She made it. She is here. Okay, I'm back. Listen, I've been to the casino tonight. Had a good time, I must say. We can take this out. Okay. Oh, where is? Oh, okay. Got that's working. Listen. Now live. I am live, y'all. Really, I was just trying to do some. I don't know where's my. Hey, Beth, how you doing? I was watching videos and saw notification you were coming on. I know, Beth. I was just trying to start. I was in Conscious earlier, and she was saying, she said, "Oh, she was in OBS." I was thinking to myself, I don't know how I can't get OBS to work, but I'm here. Beth, if I drop I don't have a link. I don't even know how to get people to come on the screen. Let's see. I had to try something. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Okay. God, and that's the one thing using OBS. I don't know how to, so I can have people come on up here and be on the show with me. So, okay, well, let's see 1 second. Let's try this. No, God dog it. I'm still working out the kinks. I am still working out the kinks, y'all. Listen, but I was watching Lady Luck today. You know she be having the tea on Dr. Umer. Beth, first of all, how you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I know every day is a struggle for you. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Glad you can join us at 1 o'clock in the morning. Beth, why you not asleep? Let's see. I was thinking, okay, I work out my kinks in the middle of the nights with this YouTube. She said I'm all right. Oh, that's. I need to get this pop off my desk. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. And staying busy as always, I'm sure. Okay. Let's see, can I? Oh, see, I don't even know how to put the comments up here. I'm learning. So yeah, we try to stay out the mess. It's hard sometimes. Okay. Oh, I'm here. Yes. Okay. Working on it. Keep working on it. Okay. So, what did she say? Okay, Beth says, I walked by the lake today. Oh, that should have been nice. That is good. Fresh air and sunshine. Yeah, sometimes you need a different scenery to get a peace of mind because you've been going through a lot these last couple of weeks. And I'm glad you're doing something to, just, it ain't going to get better, but it's hard to get better. I'm going to say, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here, Beth. So did you just see the air and water show today? Because I didn't. I forgot it was air and water show. Oh, it looked like I'm stalled out. Oh, okay. Yes. Listen, let's get in some tea. Some tea. Going to listen to you. Great chit chat. I know that's right. I'm glad you're here, Brian. Oh, going to listen to your great chit chat. Okay, that's what I be doing, Brian. Chit chatting, trying to upgrade my my channel. I got my Chrome key going, so I was finally got that working. But I want to talk about Dr. Umer. I think I knew, and I said it last week. I said he better be careful because he talking about them people about Wilmington, and people ain't gonna let you keep talking about them, and you and you lying on them, they gonna come back on you, and exactly what they did. Them people in Wilmington, they came and said, he had a chance. Oh, walking helps me think. I know that's right. I'm gonna start walking too. Yes. I knew. I'm like, he need to be quiet because if he don't be quiet, then people gonna put out some information on him that he ain't gonna like. And like he said, oh, I saw a few jets fly over. Oh, that should have been nice. Oh, should have been real nice. You know what I'm saying? He gonna talk about people and Pan African. I'm like, what? I'm still trying to figure out Pan African. Because they don't really want you over there. So I don't know why he keeps talking about Pan African. But I ain't gonna say it. It's a lot of people that live over there. But I'm not going. I'm just saying. And it's something about they say drifters, but it's something about it's just the characteristics. When you see these characteristics, you better run, baby, run. Oh, she put the T in the T today. Oh, she used Nate the lawyer. Let's see what else she got on here. Hold on, I'm trying to pull Lady Luck Club. She had her page. She had put some documents in this chat. Ooh, shout out to the Basic Black Podcast. Let me show you. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. That's pretty good, Beth. Pretty good. Oh, hold on. I think I missed my tagline. One second. Oh, it says right on there. I don't know. I can't move it. Oh, anyway. Well, we ain't gonna keep talking. Oh, Dr. Broke Ass is the story of the line. Is that the fraternity line? Dr. Umer is hilarious. D-Love is 211. Hey, common sense on the East Coast. Is it? Listen, I only came on here to be trying to work on my my OBS. Conscious gave me a homework, so I've been trying to work on it. So I thought everybody was asleep at this time of night. I was just gonna work on it, then delete it. But we're gonna talk about Dr. Umer, just us. And I was like, oh, he got issues, and yes, he broke. He ain't got no money, and he is in trouble. And he better hope that he does not go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna F around and find out. Isn't that what Cassandra say? You gonna F around and find out. And he's about to F around and find out. Because you don't mess with the ABCs, the IRS, the FBI, the what other I think those are the only languages I know. And that's all I need to know. But he done it now. And wait till the IRS put their stuff out. It's going to even be even more like, OMG. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut. And a lot of people need to learn that. Keep your mouth shut. Stop talking. But people be talking and putting themselves in some hell of a mess. I'm on Lady Luck Club channel page. Shout out to Lady Luck Club. If you haven't, I know all 9 of y'all are members of Lady Lady Luck Club. Love her to death. She's always been fair and she's always been nice to me. So listen. She got she's very detailed in her let's go look at it. She got the Basic Black Web podcast before I want to show y'all what he gonna talk about. Oh, this is the one I heard him talk about. Basic Black podcast. He talk about y'all homeboy. Oh, you was half asleep. Oh.
Hey, brothers and sisters.
Let me know if you can't hear.
Cam around. It is me. It is Reginald Ifatunde Jackson, better known as Reggie with the Basic Black podcast. Hey y'all, I'm actually putting out a real.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear the sounds. Lady Luck Club, love it to death. She's always been fair and she's always been nice to me. So yes. Listen. All right. Oh, she got the. Oh, she's very detailed in her. Let's go look at. She got the Basic Black Web podcast. Which I want to show what he gonna talk about. This is the one I heard him talk about. Basic Black podcast. He talk about y'all homeboy. Oh, you was half asleep. Hey, brothers and sisters. Oh, you can hear. Okay. I want to make sure you can hear the video. I want to be playing the video and you can't hear. What's up with this Ifatunde? They be tripping me out with these names. Let's listen, y'all.
Really quick, totally could be done better video, but I think for the situation, it needs to be put out there now. To everybody who's given money to Dr. Umar Johnson, I strongly advise you stop. In a effort to try to figure out what the situation is, I reached out to the city of Wilmington, Delaware. Ooh. And I had correspondence with with Daniel T. Walker, who is one of the managers and deals with communications and whatnot. I received an email back from him about an hour ago. And pardon me if I look away from the screen, because I'm actually looking at a different monitor, but I want to read this to you. Unfortunately, the statements made by Dr. Umar are simply untrue and inaccurate. City of Wilmington has issued numerous communications concerning.
Okay, I said he needed to shut the hell up, because if he didn't, somebody was going to say something, because don't nobody yelling at them and lying on him. Like they said, lying on their name. and he done effed around and made the city of Wilmington stand up and speak out. Okay, so when we listen to Dr. I don't know why we still call him Dr. Umar, but we should have known that something wasn't right because he was like the mail, the mail, they they didn't send the letter and they put the hey Michael. No, I don't believe it. I believe that he been doing this for a while. And I also believe when I watch these videos and he be talking about women, I believe, and this is my humble opinion, and it's only my opinion, and it doesn't mean anything. But I think he was only doing this to get the women. He was on to get women. Somebody would give him the boot. They finna give him the hand because he gonna F around and find out, and he don't stop. If he don't stop, I still believe that he took the money out the bank account and he put that money in his home underneath his mattress and his safety deposit box because he probably felt like, because I know people like they kind of I mean right or wrong they do it. They what do they do? They, instead of putting money in the bank, they will put the money in their house. Yeah, people still do that stuff. Put the money in your house because you don't want the government to take your money. So if you know you're gonna get a lien, or you know the government might freeze your account. I know people who take the money out of their bank account and put it in a safe in their house. Now I don't do that because I be thinking if a house catch on fire, I'm not gonna be able to get that money back. I'm just saying. Just saying. So whatever little money he got left, I think he closed those bank accounts. I truly believe that. He closed them bank accounts. Cause he don't want the government, if the IRS is trying to looking at him, he want to get that money out that bank. Cause once it's in that bank, he can't touch it. Now he probably left like maybe 5,000 in the bank account, but I bet you he got him a cashier's check. Um, I know he got that money. He looking like he all over the place, and he look disheveled. Oh, Michael said my parents were Italian. My grandmothers were Italian, and they hid their money. Okay, my grandmother used to have her money in her bathrobe. I remember my friend, her grandmother used to put staple her money on her clothes. I was like, what is happening here? Mm-hmm. It be happening. I'm telling. If you know, you know. Michael know what I'm talking about. Hey, listen. It's always something. It's always something. Let's listen to this brother. And this is Black. What's his name? Oh, Dr.
The two properties and the communication from the property owner has been infrequent and scarce. Our goal is to simply ensure the properties come into compliance with existing regulations. This is true of our approach to every property in Wilmington and ensures our buildings are safe and constructed adequately. We have a process to follow. The motion notice he received is another step that we will process. We invite Dr. Umar along with every property owner to communicate with our offices and determine the appropriate next steps.
Dr. Umar effed up. My parents were Italian. My grandparents were Italian. They hit their money. Oh, I see that. Michael just came up. Oh, I'm glad I got that last of my 401k. Okay. That's what Dr. Umar. He done messed around. He lying on the city, on Wilmington, and Wilmington said, "Hold on, you ain't finna lie on us, bruh, Pan African Prince. We've been trying. We've been trying to work with you. We trying to get in connection with you." And that lets you know he must don't go to that building that often because now I've never been to Wilmington, so I have no clue what it looks like. And to be honest, I don't plan on going to Wilmington. I'm not going to march with him. Not at all. You said march. You got that money at home. Go pay them people. Okay, he better quit playing because you know how people are. Your folks will come and go check your house out to make sure you don't have that money in your house. You got them people money. Now we seen what happened to Cantrell. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight. I got time tonight.
Of any property that enters in this phase of enforcement. Even this week, our office has contacted Dr. Umar, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Y'all got to forgive me. I got to get some. The office has contacted Dr. Umar this week and has, let's see, inviting him once again. So he's lying to you, inviting him.
This man been lying to y'all. And I know most of the people who sent him money probably not watching this channel. But he lied to the folks. This man is hilarious. He is lying. He's been lying. How long has he been lying to the people? You know the feds don't play. And he better hope he don't get a class action lawsuit. Because wouldn't that be the next step? Like a class action lawsuit, all those people who have given him money. Give me the money. Yeah, okay. Some people are just hard-headed, and he's one of them. Yes, he is. He's definitely hard-headed.
Once again, to comply with our regulations and speak with our delinquent accounts team and Department of License and Inspections to determine the path forward. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prince of Pan-Africanism is a liar. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is a liar.
Gotta say it 3 times.
The Prince of Pan-Africanism is a liar.
See, you gotta say it. Anytime you talk about Dr. Umar, you gotta say it 3 times. Now, I don't know what the point of the 3 times. That's always been confusing to me. I'm like, why we just don't say it 1 time? We gotta say it 3 times? Dr. Umar, if you're watching, explain to us, why do you repeat things 3 times? That sounds like your nerves are bad to me when you repeat things 3 times. Or you think that people can't hear. I don't know.
And a grifter. And if you are giving money to Dr. Umar, he is unfortunately another one of these paper doctors who are out here grifting. I've reported about this numerous times, and you normally don't get the press and pub that it deserves. But as a service, I'm gonna ask everybody who's listening to the Basic Black podcast and who's listening on this Instagram video.
Listen, this is the Basic Black podcast. Check him out. The Basic Black podcast. Ow.
Who's listening on this YouTube video? Who's listening regardless of where the platform states? Follow, like, and subscribe. I mean, I'm joking with the headscarf and whatnot. But we really have to address how we're looking at grifters in our community. No one is immune, and there are others who have claimed to build projects and museums and whatnot.
Y'all better listen. He tried to tell y'all, we got a lot of drifters out here. They starting to look like a little, how you say this? They're looking kind of shady out here. Let me tell you. He said, we got some drifters in our community. And if you live where we live at right now, You know what he talking about? We got some drifters. And the characteristics are the same. That's the hilarious part. I'm just saying. I didn't digress, but I'm saying.
That aren't really too far behind Dr. Johnson. For anybody saying that this is BS, I'll be more than happy to provide it, and I'll put it in the link in this video. So everybody, beware of who you give your money to.
Amen.
Because grifters are always going to be here, and especially ones that call themselves doctors, and they're not. The FMD.
Ain't that something? I'm telling you, every time I hear them talking about grifters and drifters and giving people money. I was just watching this video. I think it was on Instagram, though. And it was talking about TD Jake's daughter, what was her name? Clara, whatever her name is. She had Thou Art a Loose Woman revival or something, and said it cost $500. Well, the ticket was $250, and don't forget you got to pay for your hotel. And I was like, I'm not going to see nobody for $250, and I'm not giving my money to a drifter. If you always begging with your hand out, I'm not doing it. I gotta look at you sideways. I'm just saying.
MG, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is only being mismanaged and ran incorrectly by Dr. Umar Johnson. So if you want to.
So the question really is, did he really want to keep the excuse me. Was he really trying to keep the school open? Or did he just wanted the money so he can travel? Because my thing is, and I'm still trying to understand this, is how come he was asking for money? But I just saw him on a couple of months ago on Drewski's channel on one of his episodes. So I'm confused. Like he was doing promotion outside of begging for money, going to different places. So I'm just surprised that he don't have the money. But I know he got the money. He just don't want to get that money up. And he don't talk about that first week of the month? No anymore. I'm just saying, some of this stuff sounds a little weird. I'm just saying. I'm like, I don't even know what he's really done. But one of my subscribers, she is a doctor, and she's had Dr. Umer read her paper, her I think her article before. I think she said it was an article. So, I know she said we just had a brief conversation about him.
Go and have a parade, or you want to go and march on the city for this brother, you're really doing a disservice to yourself, because it's in black and white. And then they provide me a timeline also of how they tried to contact him, going back to October of 2024, January 1st, 2025. Deadline to request a waiver. He never requested a waiver. April 2025, property owner submitted 501c3 documentation and photos, but did not submit a formal waiver application. Speaking of an active permit, and it was in revocation. That was April 2025. August 2025, multiple follow-up attempts from the finance department. August 5th, due to continued non-payment
Hold on.
A formal waiver application to
Hold on, I need to get my pen out. I always keep paper near me. We got to write the timeline down. Hey, listen, it's 12 o'clock at night. Oh, was it? Oh, it's 1:30. Shoot, I got time today. If you ain't got time, it's okay. I keep skipping pages, writing stuff down. Okay, let's see.
And then they provide me a timeline also of how they tried to contact him, going back to October of 2024, January 1st, 2025, deadline to request a waiver.
Okay.
He never requested a waiver. April.
Oh, he never requested a waiver. This child right here. Do you think he just didn't know how to, or because everything was going to his P.O. box? If he wasn't opening up that mail in that P.O. box. Okay.
2025, property owner submitted 501c3 documentation and photos, but did not submit a formal waiver application. Speaking of an active permit, and it was in revocation. That was April 2025.
Okay. April 2025. Oh, it's in a revocation. That's to activate the reactivate it. I had to look the word up.
August 2025.
August 2025. Man, it was detailed. That's on like he talked too much. Sometimes when you talk too much, you put yourself in a bigger problem and a bigger mess than you want to be in. You big dummy.
Will follow-up attempts from the finance department August 5th due to continued non-payment and non-compliance. An auction notice was issued in accordance with City Code 34-38B as in Bravo, which allows for the service posting when other delivery methods are not completed. Notices were posted on each property by the entrance by the sheriff's department. And people, if you don't know, when they post those, they take pictures. Dr. Johnson, you're a liar, brother. You're a liar. And
so, if anybody remember, when did he first come out and say that they have frozen his money? I thought that was like, it was in July. Oh, July 28th, maybe? He knew. He knew that they were coming for him. He knew he had a bill to pay. You bit goofy.
you should stop trying to grift people. And I'm going to continue to expose grifters, just like we have continued to do here. If you are a fake therapist, if you are a doctor doing practices that you're not licensed for, we're coming for you. The public will come for you, and I am too. So, Dr. Umer,
he said they come for
liar,
you.
brother. You're a liar. And you should stop trying to grift people. And I'm going to continue to expose grifters, just like we have continued to do here. If you are a fake therapist, if you are a doctor doing practices that you're not licensed for, we're coming for you. The public will come for you, and I am too. So, Dr. Umer, pay your bills, brother. Pay your bills.
Pay your bills, brother.
Pay your bills. Anyway, I'm Reggie with the Basic Black Podcast. You can catch us on many different platforms. Please look out for it. It's Basic Black with a dot, like it's an acronym. Basic Black Podcast. And we'll go from there. Y'all take it easy. Peace and love. Bye.
Ain't that crazy, y'all? Let's go see if he said he posted the letter. I have to change my background to black. I like that. Yes, I'm here, baby. Just not for the shenanigans, but for the love of it. He put it in here. Okay. This is Basic, BASIC, Black podcast. Oh, here's the letter right here. Oh, he got the timeline on here too, y'all. Let me make it big. Let's see if we can be in that order. Ooh, look like it's distorted. I'm about to see once it catches up and I can see. Unfortunately, the statement made by Dr. Umer are simply untrue and inaccurate. You can go to Basic Black's website, YouTube page, and you will see the letter that he posted. He be talking about us struggling YouTubers. I'm here for it, Uncle, for Dr. Umar. I'm a struggling streamer, and I approve this message. I'm just saying. Oh, you can see it right there. Okay. So it says unfortunately, it's bigger now. Okay. Got to make sure you can see it. Last. I just received a correspondence back for the city of Wilmington. Wilmington ain't no joke. Yes, it is. I know it is. And they provided a detailed outline of his communication or lack thereof in regards to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey. I know them family members do not want this on their names. I'm just saying. Child, you messy boo. He's a messy boo-boo. The academy and the monies are owed. Did I hear $40,000? He a messy boo. And he got to atone for his sins. You know, that's what the church folks say. You got to atone for your sins. Okay, sorry for smacking my lips. It says, unfortunately, the statement made by Dr. Umar is simply untrue and inaccurate. The city of Wilmington, that's funny that the city of Wilmington spoke up. Because normally cities don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? They just let the thing go like it going, right? Let's see this. Okay, so the city of Wilmington has issued numerous communications concerning the two properties, and the communication from the property owners has been infrequent and scarce. Infrequent and scarce, excuse me. Other goals is simply to ensure the property come into compliance with existing regulation. So they weren't trying to take his property. They were just trying to make sure he just came, up to code so it can be safe for children or people who come into the property because it can be a safety hazard. And, nobody wants to be sued or have problems for that. Okay, let's see. This is true of our approach to every property woman in Wilmington. So they're not picking on him. So he talking about going and protest on the steps. Don't y'all do that. Don't you do that. They don't want you doing that, y'all. So just letting you know. Okay, so let's see. Buildings are safe and constructed. They want to make sure it's safe and constructed adequately. And we have a process to follow. And the monitoring notice he received is another step in the process. We invite Dr. Umar along with every property owner to communicate with our offices and determine the appropriate next step for any property that enters this phase of enforcement. Oh, is that the final enforcement period? I'm scared for this man. But they wouldn't have put I don't think they would have froze his bank account for this. Let's see. We invite, along with any other property owner, to communicate with our offices and to determine the appropriate next step for any property that enters into this phase enforcement. Even this week, our office has contacted Dr. Umer, inviting him again to comply with our regulations and speak with the delinquent account. How much money do he owe? Team and the Department of License and Inspection to determine a path forward. So all you got to do is go in there and talk to the people, and he probably can get on the layaway plan, do fundraising. On October 2024, that was last year, L and I sent an email to property owner Dr. Johnson requesting completion of a waiver request for the upcoming vacant property fee cycle. Or, mind you, I got something to do too. On January, no response received because they were sending it to the P.O. box and not his home address, or not to the actual. That's interesting. Yeah, not to the actual address where he can be located. Okay, the property owner submitted a 501c3 documentation and photos. So he sent his application and photos, but did not submit a former waiver application. So why didn't he do the waiver application or demonstrate active permit renovations as required? The owner requested a retroactive application of nonprofit waiver to prior year's fees, which is not permitted by codes. Oh. April to August. They've been trying to contact him from April to August. And he knew that he must know somebody in the office, because he probably knew that this was going to be it. That's why he took his money out that bank account in January. They probably said third notice, fourth notice, fifth notice, or it might said final notice. Due to continued non-payment and non-compliance, an auction notice was issued in accordance with the city code, which allows the service by posting when others' delivery methods are not completed. Notices were posted at each property primary interest. I would like to see the picture where they posted. He keep messing with them and talking about these people in Wilmington, talking about they racist and stuff. They gonna do him a big one and show the pictures that they have been posting and sending. He got to be kidding me. He got to be kidding me. Ain't no way. Make sure we like it. It's going. He finna lose that building. He finna lose that building for $40,000, and you spent $421,000. So you kind of wasted some money, and not including, because we did see him in the building, and it looked like they had been painting walls, painted the gymnasium, and I know that cost. I'm like, who actually painted that gymnasium? Because that's a fee out this world. I'm just saying. It says when you see a fool bump his head, and surely he, let me open this back up, and surely he has decided he was going to be the fool. Because he said he not going out like that. Y'all not finna take him. Y'all not finna take his property. I'm telling y'all now. But I bet you know what I think he's gonna do next? He's gonna walk away from it and open up another one with the money people giving him. Because that's the way he makes his money, right? That's how he makes his money. And he's funny. It's like it's funny, but it's not funny. He has made a fool out of people. You know what I'm saying? People spent their hard-earned money. And the only thing you can do, you can't, he ain't even gonna say, I'm sorry. I bet you he doesn't say, I'm sorry. And that's what people want. Man, I look like I'm Tad over here. But she ain't Tad. That's a shame. And you kind of feel for these people because these people donated good money. Good money. Oh, $40,000 is all I need. Status quo. Hold on. Let me go under my mattress and go get that $40,000 for you. I'm just saying. Let me help you. Help me, and I help you. I'm just saying. $40,000. And we supposed to go march on at the city hall. I ain't going to no city hall. I'm not going to listen. I ain't going to jail for you, brother. Have you done lost your mind? You mean that you swear these people did you so wrong? They done you wrong. And you mess around, keep talking about these people in Wilmington like they so racist. And they sound like they was trying to help you. But then, of course, you're going to get them people say, yeah, they was bothering him. And you might as just fall out by then. Because these people, folks who believe in people who take from other people will never see the light. They'll never see the light. So, listen, I always say what you do in the dark comes to the light. And this is going to be a busy week too. So, a lot of folks going to court this week. So we got to keep an eye on what's happening around here. You know what I'm saying? Not to stay out the business. I know I'm out the business. I'm just saying. Ain't no way. That's what I'm like. Sometimes it's best not to say anything. It's just best not to say anything. But people just want to keep talking. Shoot. If it was me, I would just keep my mouth shut. I wouldn't say nothing. And if you know like I know, you go ahead and stay off the internet. I'm just saying. Because you can't be on here and then tell the folks that folks are doing you wrong. And then you find out you lying. And I bet you $40,000 that people gonna believe that folks is picking on him. Somebody picking on a big old bear. And that's a big bear. And trust me, folks, the big bear can fight for himself. I'm just saying. Say, trust me. Trust me. Hold on, let me see if I can do this real quick. Yes. Folks, he can fight for himself. And if they don't let him fight, if they keep doing this, if they keep allowing this man to, okay, sorry, got to fix myself up a little. I like the black screen. Okay. I'm here, y'all. Your girl here. I'm just saying, if y'all keep giving y'all money to this man, $40,000 he need. That's $40,000 he is telling y'all about. What about bills he not telling you about? Now, I did have a question for him because he did make a valid point. He said, I was trying why he owes so much. But those are just fines. That's not a bill. That's not a bill for light and gas, right? That's just for a bill for the fees for the school. Interesting, right? Listen, when I grow up, I don't want to be like him. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I know his mama was rolling around like, they didn't even talk about his mama doing. Can we have an update how his mother's doing? I'm just saying, are we just being messy? Are we being messy? Asking how his mama doing. How your mama doing? Where your daddy at? Them siblings, his sisters and brothers probably said, are shaking their head. And you know what? I'm surprised the siblings didn't come out and say nothing. Because I probably would. Definitely. Oh, Dr. Umar. I just had to do Dr. Umar today. Because I know this week is gonna be it's gonna be more this week. So this ain't over yet, y'all. This ain't over yet. And I'm here for it. Uh-oh, look like I'm frozen over there. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I got a little stain on my shirt. I had me some pot roast today. Okay. Now the second thing we gotta talk about is hold on. Somebody walking around at night. You didn't know I was live. It's 2:00 in the morning. And why am I up? Good question. And I didn't even have a nap today. Cause I gotta talk about Dr. Umar, and we gotta talk about Cantrell. That was crazy. That was crazy. She done fell in love with her. Oh, I got to bring it up. The mayor of New Orleans. She done lost her mind. She done spent $70,000 on them going out of town together. She could have gave that money to Dr. Umar. Mm-hmm. And they don't be looking like they don't be looking like they concerned, do they? They don't look concerned at all. Hold on, we gonna watch this one too. Also, she like, yeah, she was really when he read them charges, She didn't seem bothered. I would be shaking it in my boots, y'all. Like, nothing you could tell me would have made me feel better at that moment. I would have been like almost into tears. Cause they talking about she don't know there's other mayors that they have taken to jail. Now I know Tiffany Henry ain't gone nowhere yet. But that press conference sounded like a scene from a novel. Like one of those,
It has been a
okay, I don't want. It's like one of those romance books. I said, girl, you doing way too much. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like y'all know y'all be wrong. But y'all be moving like y'all not wrong. Shoot, I know I've done some stuff in my lifetime. But I know what I ain't gonna do. I can't go to jail, y'all. I can't go to jail. I was watching a video on Umer's show, and I saw them handcuffed. I said, oh, I can't go to jail, y'all. I can't go to jail. I got to find me a better way. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I got a good one for you. I got to find I don't know. I'm sure most of you all have seen the news conference. Oh, look like I froze up again. I got to figure out how to keep my camera from freezing up. Every time I talk about it, every time I look around. Hold on, it's coming up. Cantrell is lost. Could you imagine have to go see your loved one at the jail? Well, I mean, I'm sure people do it all the time. I only went to visit a friend one time. And I only went to visit him because he was like, I'm in jail, come see me. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me go check this out because I've never been. I know. Listen, I've typically put myself in situations I probably should not have done that. All right. I should have looked this up. Did this up. Okay, I'm going to watch the video. Could you imagine you living in New Orleans and you like, what the hell? Your man out here thought boxing? Unless it was. Now, if they didn't do anything to the mayor of, no, the state's attorney in Atlanta, you think they're going to do something to this mayor? Maybe. Let's see. And maybe you can have Tiffany O's sell. Well, I don't even know if that's available yet. Because she living her best life. She ain't going back and forth with y'all. You know that she ain't said nothing. She cool in the game right now. I'm just saying.
It has been a historic day in New Orleans. For the first time, a sitting mayor of New Orleans is facing federal charges. Today, a federal grand jury handed up an indictment against Mayor LaToya Cantrell and her former bodyguard, Jeffrey Vappy. She faces 11 counts, including wire fraud, obstruction.
I was trying to figure out why did the boyfriend, well, he wasn't a boyfriend. Her husband had died, first of all. So I will acknowledge that. And everybody need love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need love.
And lying to a grand jury. This all centers around their alleged romantic.
Can the woman get some loving? I'm just asking. That's why she had to get a man. Because she needed I think I got it right here. Hold on. There it is right there. Man, I'm getting better at this. Okay, so we're going to watch WWL-TV. They going to talk about this sitting mayor, y'all. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now.
It has been a historic day in New Orleans. For the first time, a sitting mayor of New Orleans is facing federal charges. Today, a federal grand jury handed up an indictment against Mayor LaToya Cantrell and her former bodyguard, Jeffrey Vappy. She faces 11 counts, including wire fraud, obstruction, and lying to a grand jury. This all centers around their alleged romantic relationship and how much it cost the city of New Orleans. The indictment alleges that for about 3 years, Cantrell manufactured opportunities to travel with Vappy to engage in personal activities at taxpayers' expense, costing the city about $70,000. And Cantrell and Vappy are accused of trying to cover up their relationship by lying, even under oath, and deleting WhatsApp messages. We've got it all covered.
They must don't have no young people in their family, because they sure would have told them, you can't delete your stuff on YouTube. I mean, on any devices, because if they wanted to, they can get your information. That just seemed real crazy to me. Because even because you think about like, look, was it Melly in Florida, and it was talking to attorney, I can't think of her name, but they got her phone because they saying it's some incriminating stuff in her phone. Listen, you got to remember, Big Brother is watching. And if you little crazy folks don't get that into your head. Now, that's what I'm saying. Some people, educated people, can be the smartest people. But the streets dumb. And I know that's a little, so I shouldn't call nobody dumb. They streets illiterate. Is that you think that'll work? Yeah. I think that's more tasteful. Because you didn't think you know that you spend people's money, and you don't think that it wouldn't have come back to hunt you? Shoo. Heck, you know. I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna do it. I can tell you that now. Shit, they silly.
For tonight, coming up, we are taking you back to a sit-down interview in late 2023 between the mayor and investigative reporter Katie Moore. That's when Katie asked Cantrell about her compliance with investigations. Plus, we're hearing from the attorney of Ann Bro, the woman who took an infamous picture of Cantrell and Vappy at Tableau Restaurant of New Orleans around their alleged romantic relationship and how much it cost the city of New Orleans. The indictment alleges that for about 3 years, Cantrell manufactured opportunities to travel with Vappy to engage in personal activities at taxpayers' expense, costing the city about $70,000. And Cantrell and Vappy are accused of trying to cover up their
$70,000. Didn't she just have to pay money back before? Didn't they just have to pay money back for something else she took for those first class trips? The D must be good, because ain't no way. That's the picture I'm trying to hold on. I got to get that one back.
Relationship by lying, even under oath, and deleting WhatsApp messages. We've got it all covered tonight. Coming up, we are taking you back to a sit-down interview in late 2023 between the mayor and investigative reporter Katie Moore. That's when Katie asked Cantrell about her compliance with investigations. Plus, we're hearing from the attorney of Ann Bro, the woman who took an infamous picture of Cantrell and Vappy at Tableau Restaurant that led to a major legal fight. And we're looking back at the highs and lows of Cantrell about her compliance with investigations. Plus, we're hearing from the attorney.
And look at them. She look like she in love. She like she done found happiness again. Girl. Oh. She look like she happy. He probably be saying all that good. Ooh, wee. He's saying that good. He making her feet tingle and tingle and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. Hey, look at he cheesing. Look at that. They out here like nobody's watching. Look at her. She like a little girl in a candy store. That's what I'm talking about. Mm. Now, would you be out here like that if you know you doing something wrong? They don't cheat. They don't cheat no more on the low. They better get some. Hopefully, they have some good. Hopefully, they have a good attorneys, because they gonna need these attorneys. Cause they gonna need these people. I'm trying to tell you. Lovebirds.
Of Ann Bro, the woman who took an infamous picture of Cantrell and Vappy at Tableau Restaurant that led to a major legal fight. And we're looking back at the highs and lows of Mayor Cantrell's political career. But first, WWL Louisiana Chief Investigative Reporter David Hammer takes us through what we've learned about the indictment today.
A federal grand jury charged New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell with conspiring with her former bodyguard Jeffrey Vappy to commit wire fraud and cover up an affair for years while both were married. That includes allegedly charging city taxpayers $70,000 for Vappy's expenses during trips together. And Cantrell allegedly...
Oh, she got her hand. How did you tell blank you put a ring on it?
deleted thousands of WhatsApp messages and then lied to a federal grand jury under oath about it. Acting U.S. Attorney Michael...
First of all, how many of you all know how to use WhatsApp app? Now, I have used WhatsApp app, but I deleted it off my phone because that looked like something that's gonna give me some virus or something. I don't like that WhatsApp app because that's how you communicate, like, in people in Asia, especially like if you like to shop at Temu and stuff. Just saying, that's crazy. She is gonna put herself in jeopardy for the D, and they both was married.
Simpson says this prosecution isn't about Cantrell and Vappy's alleged affair. Did you take pause at all about bringing...
And listen, they drinking some nice wine. They doing grown-up stuff. But they ain't doing it with their partner. They Creole too. They better hope that nobody put none of that voodoo on them. Was that Miami?
In criminal charges that at the heart are based on a romantic relationship, especially with the first woman mayor of the city of New Orleans?
To me, it's irrelevant that it's romance or that it's female. What is relevant is that it is an incredible breach of the public trust. It's an incredible betrayal of people's confidence in their own government, and it's a violation of innumerable federal criminal laws.
Former federal prosecutor Matt Chester helped convict former Mayor Ray Nagin in 2014.
Oh, wow.
There are serious allegations in here. There are allegations.
Wow. That was like 10 years ago. 11 years ago. That's what I'm saying. If we don't learn from our mistakes, we are doomed. I say we're doomed to repeat history. And see, they thought they was being quiet doing the stuff they doing. That's why I said when people was like, oh, when they gonna arrest Tiffany? When they gonna arrest Tiffany? When they gonna do such? It could take 10 years before they do it. And really, we've been hearing about this for a long time.
of falsification of documentation to get city money. There are allegations of lying to a federal grand jury, lying to federal law enforcement. But at its core, those lies, those activities were about hiding the illicit relationship.
A 2018 state case in Tennessee.
Michael said, I wouldn't trust her with a penny candy either. Well, she getting her candy, baby.
Also involved the first female mayor of Nashville spending the public's money on an affair with her bodyguard. An associate allegedly warned Cantrell.
Did he say Nashville? Let's see, on or about April 4th, 2022, Cantrell told an associate, please don't accuse me. In response to a text message telling Cantrell it's a felony to have your lover be paid to work and have his travel paid for by the city. Now, see, somebody tried to tell her. But she didn't want to listen. That sound like Dr. Umer. Y'all just don't want to listen. Y'all like to get yourself caught up in shit, and then you be like, oh, they messing with me. The Nashville mayor had to pay back like $50K and serve 3 years probation. So she's not going to jail. She's just going to serve some probation. She is done. Please don't let this be your path. Latoya said, forget y'all. So she's going to pay that $70,000, probably to pay court cost. Yeah.
About that in 2022, and she texted back, "Don't accuse me." David Hammer, WWL, Louisiana.
Now, the mayor's indictment is a summons, so Mayor Cantrell will not be remanded into custody, but will eventually appear for an initial hearing. The Home Rule Charter says the mayor can only be removed from office if she's found guilty, but she could also choose to resign. And today's indictment lays out a timeline of how.
She's not resigning. I can tell you that now. Oh, say home rule. Harvey is home rule. And listen, you got to Google what that means.
How the federal investigation unfolded. It reveals Cantrell testified before a federal grand jury 5 months before she sat down for an interview with Katie Moore. We were hearing that investigators had subpoenaed her communications, and here's what she had to say.
In terms of target, I don't know even what that means. So relative to any investigations, what I do is comply. And what I encourage all of my employees to do is to comply. We want effective government, and I want to ensure that we're doing everything the right.
You know they're going to use this with her, against her later, right? She said, we want everybody to comply. And she didn't comply. Her man didn't even comply. This is in 2023. She got that text message from that lady from in 2022. So she's been in denial. Or she just never thought she'll get caught. She's not going to jail. She's just going, it's a white crime. White collar crime.
So we welcome investigations, and we've proven that.
What have they asked for?
I don't understand what you're asking me.
Have federal investigators asked for any communications that are yours or anything related to you?
Hey, Creole's in the house. And you up too, I see. I was working on my OBS and I said, you know what? Let me just stay live because I had some people in the chat and I figured part of it out. I see New Orleans. Y'all busy down there. Y'all still didn't catch that one person, but y'all catching another. Busy.
From City Hall via subpoena?
Investigations that are ongoing, and we're complying.
Okay, so you don't want to say?
I don't know what you're asking me. You're asking me, you're being inappropriate in terms of what you're asking me. But what I will say.
Listen, is that a sign of a narcissist or that's a sign of guilt? She telling her that She don't appreciate her asking these questions. Now you done sat down with this woman. You knew what she was gonna ask you. Stop acting brand new. Listen, you should have told them there's certain questions I will not be talking about. I'm just saying.
Any and all investigations that are ongoing, regardless of any agency, the city of New Orleans and me, LaToya Cantrell, will always comply.
And how is that an inappropriate?
She said, I will always comply. Well, the federal government said, no, you have not. And that was a lie. You know, what's his name? Maury Povich. And that was a lie.
Appropriate question to ask what federal investigators have asked you for?
I'm sorry?
How is it an inappropriate question to ask what federal investigators have subpoenaed?
Because, first of all,
First of all, I like the lady who's interviewing her. She did not back down. She okay, and she was in a relationship with her bodyguard while they both was married. I thought did her husband pass away at some point? And there's some bold folks. And y'all all out in public. Y'all can't, and you sitting there just drinking wine with him. Wish you could hold his hand. Girl, you done lost your rabbit mind.
in regards to investigations that are ongoing, and investigations ask for certain information, and we all comply, and we'll continue to do that.
I think she's just saying, kind of asked and answered it so we can just...
Yeah, I mean, it's investigations and any and all. And the city of New Orleans and me as mayor will always comply.
But today's indictment alleges she did not fully comply with the grand jury subpoenas by failing to turn over
They said, and that was a lie, but they did it nicely.
thousands of WhatsApp messages that were manually deleted. Questions remain about her role in the federal case against building inspection company owner Randy Farrell. He's accused of bribing an unnamed public official, but his indictment makes it clear that public official was Cantrell.
Her husband
At this point, she has not been officially accused of any crime in that case. One of the mayor's former...
She gonna F around and go to jail for real. She better be careful because she on the chopping block. They ain't found that boy or that man. And New Orleans looking crazy out here in these streets. I'm just saying the public officials, we gonna have to do a little bit better around here. You know what I'm saying? Let's tighten it up. Stop acting like nobody can't see you. If you're having affairs, if you're getting bribes, it never goes well. If I was a public official and they said to me, hey, I'll give you $10,000 if you go and petition the mayor for such and such, I would tell them, hell no. And then go report them to the police because I'm not going to jail. My number would not be 7854321. That is not me. Oh, Creel said yes, her husband did pass away. And when did her husband pass away? I hope she ain't do now. I hope she's not a black widow. Cause she showed like she was in love. And that'd be the crazy part is it would be interesting if her bodyguard, who the one she was sleeping with, was at the funeral. This lady, the latest indictment is because she tried to sue the woman that took the picture. I saw that on the outside of the balcony. Now my question is, and yes, because she did a police report and everything. And you know what my question is, Creole? How does she know the lady who did it? How did she see her? Because if you look at the picture, she was in awe with her little boot thing that she didn't even notice that her picture was being taken. Now you out in public. Now wouldn't you expect somebody to notice you with somebody with another man? I'm just saying, is that the same man from the first 48? I'm just saying.
Former neighbors in the Pontoon.
Wait a minute, isn't that the same man that they have on Bourbon Street? They have an apartment, and she was using that apartment, and he was going up in that apartment with her. I'm just saying, they were using the city on a part. Oh yeah, it's a hookup. I saw that. I said they wasn't finna go get no motel, baby. He was breaking that back. What he from New Orleans. Mystical said, I know how to act when I'm breaking that back. And she getting that back broke. Now she finna get a bank account broke.
Talba was already suing her in federal court for civil rights violations. Ambro claims the mayor improperly accessed and published her confidential information. And now those claims have popped up in Cantrell's federal indictment. Amelia Strahan reports.
Oh, she's gonna go to jail now. Now, I was gonna say for the other stuff, she probably just would have got probation. Oh, you finna go to jail. She gonna do 5 years.
The situation between the woman who took this infamous photo.
Listen. Oh, the woman was in an apartment across the street. So what they do? Run over there to find out who the lady was? Cause the way she looking like she ain't been talked to in a long time. She looking like somebody done dust the cobwebs off. I'm just saying. And he over there, oh yes. And he over there smiling like a little schoolboy. El Stupido. Y'all know people can see y'all. Where were y'all thought did they think they was in an alley on the balcony where nobody can see them? And they always drinking wine. What's up with that? Oh, 18 indictments. Yeah, I saw that earlier. I was trying to find that video, but I'm about to find the video so I can play that. Not that I'm going to be up all night. But I'm having a little fun with this OBS. You know what I'm saying? Cantrell. Not gonna hit the tape. Cantrell, they watching you. Girl, they watching you. Get your ass up. They watching you. Girl, they taking your picture. Get your ass up and get inside like regular people do when they creeping.
And Mayor LaToya Cantrell was mentioned about half a dozen times in her indictment.
She let me know where she was, and she said, wow.
And for Ambro's attorney, Justin Schmidt, it reaffirms claims made in their own lawsuit against the mayor about a year ago.
This was a confirmation to what we had suspected all along, and it kind of gave a few more breadcrumbs.
Last May, Bro snapped a photo of Cantrell and Jeffrey Vappy eating lunch.
Cantrell. That lady you was messing with, she got you, girl. Get your ass up. Stop looking like a 10-year-old and get your ass in that house.
Together in the quarter while he was on the clock as her bodyguard. The photo quickly sparked a bitter legal battle between Bro and Cantrell. When the photo made it to media outlets, the mayor went to police and attempted to file a restraining order.
How's she gonna file a restraining order on taking that picture? And the lady posted the picture. Now let me tell you, Cantrell. I know you think you the biggest thing up in here. But girl, these people right here, they gonna get you. The Geechee's gonna get you. So you might as well she's not gonna resign. We know she's not gonna resign. I don't blame that woman. I would have posted that picture too. I got some videos up. I said, I'm not taking them videos down.
Bro filed a federal lawsuit claiming the mayor published her social security number, an old driver's license photo, and a prior domestic violence arrest that was expunged after Bro was deemed the victim.
When we initially...
Whoa. They said, are you stupid? You published that woman's social security number? And you know, folks gonna try to use that social security number. She ain't got the sense that God gave her. I don't know what she gonna put some voodoo, geechee. I don't know. But she need to go to church.
We filed the lawsuit. We weren't sure exactly how the information came about.
Friday's federal indictment of Cantrell, which centers around her relationship with Vappy, doesn't list Bro by name, but alleges the mayor, quote, abused her public position to seek...
Hold on. So her husband died in August of 2023. I gotta write this down now. Cantrell doxed her. Don't we know somebody doxing people? You can't be doing that. And that's crazy. You put her, and she had a domestic situation, and you put her stuff out there. Girl, you done lost your rabbit mind. What was going on in your life that you thought that you could scare this woman? You messed with the wrong ones too.
Non-public information in support of and to obtain a temporary restraining order against a New Orleans resident who photographed and shared images of Cantrell and Vappy dining and consuming alcohol together. But how Cantrell got her hands on that non-public information isn't clear.
So there's still another actor out there that we don't know who it is, whether that's Jeffrey Vappy himself, whether it's a colleague or friend of Jeffrey Vappy that he had to do it.
Schmidt says he hopes authorities will have answers soon. In New Orleans, Amelia Strahan, WWL, Louisiana.
Schmidt says they'll be amending their lawsuit in light of the indictment. Other city leaders are weighing in tonight, including 2 council members vying to be the city's next mayor. City Councilman Oliver Thomas said, quote, the announcement today reminds us of the need to let the justice system work in a fair, timely fashion and without regard to politics or preference. I'm praying for Mayor Cantrell, her family, and all New Orleanians. These are critical times for our city to get back on track and to stay focused on building a city that works and thrives for everyone.
Wait, when they gonna catch the guy who done ran away and ain't came back yet? I'm just saying, we still ain't get the released criminal is still out there, the runaway, and y'all ain't saying nothing about that. Cantrell, she going down. She on that balcony. Whew.
And Council Vice President Helena Moreno said, quote, the mayor is entitled to a presumption of innocence and a vigorous defense. Councilmember Moreno's focus remains on a new way forward for New Orleans. Restoring basic services, creating opportunity, and putting people first will continue to be her priority. Cantrell made history as the first ever.
Something? Creole, Creole's from New Orleans, baby. Her term is up October 2025. She should be shaking in her boots. 2025 is that 2 months from now? August to September. Girl, you got 2 months. Her term is up. Well, when was the election? Oh, when was the election? Did we miss the election? Who's going to take her spot? Because that is crazy. They got her right before she comes out of office. Cantrell, where you at, girl? She up there. I'm gonna have to hit her. I was trying to hit her upside her head. So what the hell were you thinking? Of all the D's in New Orleans, all the D's that come and visit New Orleans, you chose this man right here. Girl, you chose. Girl, you done chose the wrong man. And I don't know, nobody told you, but you don't lay where you don't play where you lay. That has always been the rule of thumb. Don't play where you lay. And that must be some good deed, because good or not, I'll be like, don't play. No, I will not play where I lay, because I don't have time to go to jail. Okay, election is October the 11th, 2025. Her term is up October. How does that work? The election is, so she's not running for mayor again?
woman to be elected as mayor of New Orleans. Now her political legacy is under a much...
Okay. Okay, hold on.
Orleans, restoring basic services, creating opportunity, and putting people first will continue to be her priority. Cantrell made history as the first ever woman to be elected as mayor of New Orleans. Now her political legacy is under a much different spotlight. Alyssa Curtis is taking a look back at the highs, the setbacks, and the turning points that have so far defined Cantrell's time in office.
LaToya Cantrell made history as the first woman to be elected as New Orleans mayor and the first non-Louisiana native to do so in 50 years.
Oh, she's not from New Orleans. Oh.
Her rise to the city's top political position started out in Broadmoor. Cantrell's popularity rose as a neighborhood leader after Hurricane Katrina.
The neighborhood associations reached the zenith of their political influence because their leaders started winning city council seats, and LaToya was one of the first to do that.
From there, she was elected to the District B seat on city council. WWL Louisiana political analyst Clancy Dubois says she was great with constituent services as a council member.
She was outstanding at that.
Then on May 7th, 2018, she was sworn in as mayor.
And I'm going to say this the most respectful way that I can. Why does the first female always seem to get caught? Oh, that's her husband. She a nice looking husband. She got a little girl. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think the next mayor would be Helena Moreno. Oh, she started as a newscaster. Oh, okay. And then a city council president. Wow. That should be interesting. But Creole, why is always the first, always seen woman, always seem to get themselves in some mess? Always seem to get them in some mess. I'm just asking you. Always the first in mess. Drama. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, that's her husband. Man, what did he die of? He looks awfully young. Cantrell is from, Compton. She does look like she's from California. Oh. So did she go? She must have went to college there or something, or her husband's from there. I wonder what brought her to New Orleans. Yeah, she looked like she's from California.
We're worthy of a clean and safe city. We're worthy of good paying
Hey, that's when she was looking nice and wholesome.
jobs and great opportunities for all people. Worthy of quality, affordable housing.
Her first year, she claimed a victory when she was able to secure an infrastructure deal, getting millions for sewerage and water board. Dubois says that's something previous mayors were unsuccessful at, and she hired a new head of the utility. But she also had some bumps in the road during her first term, like failing to deliver on the promise to stop nickel and diming residents on traffic cameras, and hiring, then quickly firing Warren Riley as the police superintendent. Dubois says one of, if not the high point of Cantrell's tenure as mayor was her response to COVID.
This weekend events, we're making the call, I've done that, to cancel all of them.
She shut the city down and we flattened the curve, as they said. And she kept it that way.
Dubois says Ida was different, though. He says while she's great in the midst of emergencies, the aftermath is tough for Cantrell. He says that may have been when the tides turned for her.
I don't think there was just one thing, but it was the post-Ida, when the city ceased functioning.
Creole, how long was she mayor of New Orleans? Because it seemed like it was more than 4 years. And I'm sorry that he died of a heart attack. And I'm sure he got good insurance, too. I'm going to go to the gym.
At an acceptable level after Hurricane Ida.
She was reelected in 2021, an election that saw extremely low voter turnout.
We pulled it off. Second term, another 4 years.
And her second term has been mired with much more scandal. In the past few years, Cantrell has faced a failed recall effort, criticism for thousands of dollars in upgraded flights on the city's dime, plus a federal look into purchases made by her image consultant. Cantrell's communications director was barred from working for her administration after they spent taxpayer money on mailers touting her achievements. Plus, she's had a rocky relationship with the city council. Dubose says while she had some highlights, her legacy as a New Orleans politician will certainly include dysfunction.
It's going to be a mixed bag, but mostly she's not going to be remembered favorably.
Alyssa Curtis, WWL, Louisiana.
Of course, we will continue to follow the federal investigation into the mayor as it.
Listen, Cantrell, see, what is wrong with you, girl? You done lost your mind. You been in there since 2018, and we in 2025. You could have did your 10 years, your big one, but I guess she ain't gonna make it, though. She ain't, don't look like it's looking too good for her. It ain't looking too good for her. Ain't looking too good for her. That's the sad part. I'm like,
It continues, and we will bring you any new updates.
I don't want to even vote for people who are the first. I realize that. Because every time you vote for somebody the first, they seem to disappoint you. Like you get caught up in it. I don't know. That is interesting. Now, Creel, would you have voted for her? Again, has she not did all what she's done? I'm just asking because it's crazy. I just wonder, like, what are the people of New Orleans thoughts are about, like, what she's done? You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause a lot of time, most people just go on like everything is just normal. My computer is moving slow for some reason. It probably said, "Girl, you don't take your butt to bed." Ay, Dios mío. I was looking for the nope. She she done too much. And she seemed very arrogant about it too. What do you think? She seemed very arrogant. That's the part I didn't understand. Oh, this is the one I wanted to see. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but we can look at it. Because I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this interview. I'm just saying. Let me see. Yes. Oh, the news conference. I was like a fly on the wall. I said, "Are they for real?" She going down. What's it? Going down in a handbasket. 2:40. I'm getting off at 3:00. Just saying. This was a very interesting, and like somebody said, this gonna get even more interesting once court starts, and it's gonna be tantalizing. It's gonna be like, oh my God, girl, you doing too much, and you can't be lying to the feds. It's better. The best thing to do is it's better to say nothing than something at all. Because if you don't say nothing, you can't say you lied to him, right? Her daughter is 17 or 18 now. Oh, she's about a senior in high school. And she's the only child, too. Poor baby. Who look like a grandmama gonna be raising her.
New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell and former New Orleans Police Department officer Jeffrey Paul Vappy II. They are charged with a series of fraud, obstruction of justice, and false statement offenses for their role in a nearly 3-year fraud scheme that we allege exploited their public authority and positions. The indictment alleges that in October of 2021, Mayor Cantrell and Jeffrey Vappy, a member of her executive protection team, developed a personal, intimate relationship. From that time until Mr. Vappy's retirement in June of 2024, they embarked on a scheme to defraud the city of New Orleans and the New Orleans.
I don't think they try to defraud the city of New Orleans. I just think they were just having an affair. And, no, maybe that's not the right word then.
Orleans Police Department. By exploiting Vappy's job and Cantrell's authority as mayor to have the city and the New Orleans Police Department pay Vappy's salary and expenses during the times that
is he going to lose his pension?
Vappy claimed to be on duty, but when he was actually engaged in personal activities, usually with Ms. Cantrell, but sometimes alone at the Pentaba apartment. The indictment further describes the many steps that Cantrell and Vappy took to hide their scheme and to perpetuate.
But Creel, I thought that she had to pay back that money for the first class. It came out of her check or something.
Their continued fraud, including using a secure messaging platform, WhatsApp. Specifically, Cantrell and Vappy used the WhatsApp platform to exchange over 15,000 messages.
They was in love. 15,000. It was hot and heavy.
Pictures and audio clips in an 8-month period. They also used WhatsApp to intimidate subordinates, to harass a citizen, to lie to colleagues and associates.
Harass a citizen, that the lady who took the picture.
To delete evidence, to make false statements to FBI agents, to give the government an affidavit signed under oath that contained numerous false statements, and ultimately to commit perjury before a federal grand jury, all for the purpose of distracting and impeding inquiries and investigations into their activities, including a federal grand jury investigation. The superseding indictment, which we emphasize is merely a charge for which guilt must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law, alleges that Mayor Cantrell and Mr. Vappy perpetuated their scheme both in the New Orleans area and during out-of-state trips.
How did it really get started? The city council forced her to pay some money back, but she continued to do it. Now you know you dumb. Okay, you know when you dumb when she's silly, and sometimes a man he get to saying those things in your ear, make you want to do some crazy stuff. And this is what it looked like, y'all.
In both instances, Vappy's activities, while claiming to be on duty, were conspicuously different than any other member of the Executive Protection Unit. While in New Orleans, Cantrell and Vappy treated a city-owned apartment in the Pentaba building as their own personal shared residence and coordinated to spend time together there, engaging in personal activities, all while Vappy claimed to be on duty for the Executive Protection Unit and was being paid to do his actual job. The superseding indictment also alleges that Mayor Cantrell and Vappy arranged for Vappy to accompany Cantrell on at least 14 domestic and international trips to maximize their time together and to engage in personal activities. In their private text messages, Mayor Cantrell characterized her trips with Vappy as both, quote, times when we are truly alone, close quote, and as what, quote,
Jesus Christ, you know that they looking at that like it's a novel. They really, oh, she done F herself up. I'm just saying.
spoils me the most. These trips included a trip to San Francisco, which Vappy and Cantrell decided to extend for an extra day so that they could visit a series of Napa Valley wineries while Vappy was wine tasting on.
But this sounds so much like, but doesn't it sound so much like the Atlanta attorney who went to do the same thing? He was removed from the mayor's security detail amidst investigation into payroll fraud and potential conflict of interest, and ultimately retired shortly after it. Because didn't they try to remove him, and then somebody put him back, and he went back to it? Girl, you can't make this shit up.
April the 9th, 2022, he claimed to be working and was in fact paid for working a 15-hour day.
Is his wife still married to him? Because she need to take half his pension. I don't know. Something just don't seem right.
In August 2022, Cantrell said that she would, quote, unquote, make it happen to have Vappy accompany her on a 3-day trip to Washington, D.C. for a 1-hour meeting, a trip that they both agreed they, quote unquote, needed. Shortly after they returned, Vappy described the trip to Cantrell as, quote, another leg on our journey, close quote, as he declared his love for her and their physical relationship. In total, the city of New Orleans paid over $70,000 for Vappy's travel on these trips alone. When asked about her reason for bringing members of the Executive Protection Unit with her on out-of-state trips, a practice that Mayor Cantrell began about 5 months after Vappy joined the Executive Protection Unit, she justified it as a quote-unquote pivot due to COVID and a matter of safety, in quotes. At the same time, however, she continued to take out-of-state trips, treated a city-owned
Creel said no, he never came back. Oh, okay.
Apartment in the Pentaba building as their own personal shared residence and coordinated to spend time together there, engaging in personal activities, all while Vappy claimed to be on duty for the Executive Protection Unit and was being paid to do his actual job. The superseding indictment also alleges that Mayor Cantrell and Vappy arranged for Vappy to accompany Cantrell on at least 14 domestic and international trips to maximize their time together and to engage in personal activities. In their private text messages, Mayor Cantrell characterized.
She loved that man, and he loved that woman. They might as well get together.
Her trips with Vappy as both, quote, times when we are truly alone, close quote, and as what, quote, spoils me the most. These trips included a trip to San Francisco, which Vappy and Cantrell decided to extend for an extra day so that they could visit a series of Napa Valley wineries While
They love that
Vappy
wine.
was wine tasting on April the 9th, 2022, he claimed to be working and was in fact paid for working a 15-hour day. In August 2022, Cantrell said that she would, quote, unquote, make it happen, to have Vappy accompany her on a 3-day trip to Washington, D.C. for a 1-hour meeting. A trip that they both...
Like, what does she need? Why does she need? I guess she did need security, right, to go out of town, right? I don't know.
both agreed they, quote unquote, needed. Shortly after they returned, Vappy described the trip to Cantrell as, quote, another leg on our journey, close quote, as he declared his love for her and their physical relationship. In total, the city of New Orleans paid over $70,000 for
Creole wants some of her money back. $70,000.
Vappy's travel on these trips alone. When asked about her reason for bringing members of the Executive Protection Unit with her on out-of-state trips, a practice that Mayor Cantrell began about 5 months after Vappy joined the Executive Protection Unit, she justified it as a quote-unquote pivot due to COVID and a matter of safety, in quotes. At the same time, however, she continued to take out-of-state trips without any EPU protection or Executive Protective Unit protection. In fact, on the same day, she gave one such statement. She canceled a work trip to Miami and instead traveled alone by plane, then bus, then ferry to the island of Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts to spend some time with Vappy. Vappy was in Martha's Vineyard attending a conference paid for by the city of New Orleans related to his position on the Hanno Board of Commissioners, a position to which Cantrell had appointed him just months earlier. On other occasions, when Vappy was unavailable to accompany Cantrell on a trip, Cantrell chose not to take another member of the Executive Protection Unit with her. The superseding indictment alleges that both Vappy and Cantrell were aware that their conduct broke laws, criminal laws. For instance, in April 2022, an associate of Cantrell's explicitly told her in multiple text messages that spending public...
She hard-headed, too. They done told her ass. Her friend, somebody was concerned about you. You trying to do things in the dark. People see you.
Funds and using public resources for her personal relationship was illegal.
Illegal. You had to drink some water on that one.
When Vappy and Cantrell learned that the news media was investigating their time together in the Pentalba, they agreed amongst themselves to be, quote, unquote, straight and together. Days after the first news stories broke in November of 2022, Vappy conducted numerous online searches for New Orleans area attorneys who specialize in the practice of criminal law. And he researched WhatsApp's security features. But the defendant's wire fraud scheme nevertheless continued all the way until Vappy's retirement.
Dang, you going to jail.
In June of 2024. As alleged in the superseding indictment, in July 2023, the grand jury issued subpoenas to both Vappy and Cantrell, compelling the production of records. The FBI also interviewed Vappy, and during the interview, Vappy lied about the nature and circumstances of his relationship with Cantrell. In response to the subpoena, Cantrell produced a selection of responsive records, but none of the over 15,000 WhatsApp messages that she had exchanged with Vappy. Cantrell also created an affidavit sworn under oath that in 2021 she had activated a feature on her phone that automatically deleted messages. In support of that statement, in her affidavit, Cantrell submitted a screenshot of her iPhone showing WhatsApp messages were set to delete in 24 hours. But in fact, Cantrell did not turn on that feature until December the 26th, 2022, roughly 1 month after the news media.
This lady is so slow. She's smart, but she's slow, because ain't no way you supposed to be going to jail like that for some man. I mean, I ain't saying, it's wrong, but they both lied. I agree. I got this thing going on my head so fast. They both lied. I agree with you. Y'all both lied. And now y'all won't. Y'all both lied. And y'all going to jail. They going to jail. And they not going to jail with each other. But I know it was good why it started. Why it was going. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way, honey. You can't get me to go. I'm not going to jail with you. My mama didn't raise me to go to jail. I'm just saying. Don't be a fool all your life. Just saying. Somebody should have told her.
It began speculating on her conduct. Moreover, this automatic deletion or quote-unquote disappearing messages feature only applied to new messages. During roughly the same period, Cantrell also manually deleted thousands of her prior WhatsApp messages with Vappy. As alleged, even at the time that Cantrell responded to the grand jury subpoena, she still possessed more than 50 pictures, including screenshots of correspondence with Vappy that were responsive to the subpoena, but which she nevertheless concealed from the grand jury. On his own, Vappy conducted online searches concerning WhatsApp and its security level, and by which time several people had already warned Vappy and Cantrell that their conduct was illegal. The indictment further alleges that Vappy and Cantrell continued their pattern of obstruction through the rest of 2023 and 2024. This obstruction included improperly pressuring the interim superintendent of the New Orleans Police Department to overrule findings of an internal investigation into Vappy's conduct. When the interim superintendent did not heed that directive, Cantrell ordered the interim superintendent to nevertheless reassign Vappy back to her protection detail.
See, that's what I was talking about. I thought he got
Months
reassigned
later,
back to her.
in a meeting that Vappy attended, Mayor Cantrell informed the interim superintendent that the interim superintendent would be replaced. Similarly, when a private citizen took pictures of Mayor Cantrell and Vappy together in public, dining and consuming alcohol al fresco, while Vappy reported to be on duty, Cantrell filed a police report and sought a restraining order against that citizen.
That was bold.
This indictment does not allege that a relationship constitutes a crime.
Okay.
It also does not allege that the criminal activity occurred on merely a handful of discrete days, or that the behavior was limited to a small series of discrete actions. Rather, it reflects the prosecution of two public officials alleged to have engaged in a years-long continuing fraud scheme that used public money for personal ends by exploiting.
See, I thought that she would go to jail for. I thought this she would go to jail for, but she's not going to jail for this. She going to jail for what she did to that lady. That's what I think. 2022. So she was. Oh, she would cheat. Was she cheat on her husband before he died? That's why he got a heart attack.
Exploiting their power and their authority. The superseding indictment alleges that they perpetuated that fraud scheme by taking steps to keep individuals silent to deceive subordinates, and to obstruct investigations into their relationship, including one conducted by a federal grand jury. I'd like to make several things clear, if I may. First, my office remains steadfast in its commitment to rooting out public corruption in any form without fear or favor within the Eastern District of Louisiana. And by the term public corruption, I mean public officials exploiting their positions and their power for their own personal gain. Public officials should be in their jobs to serve the public and not themselves. To do otherwise is a breach of the trust that undermines the public's faith and trust in their own government. Second, this investigation remains ongoing, and I would encourage anyone with information to come forward and to do so quickly. They can do so by contacting the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at fbi.gov, submit a tip. As I close today, I wish to emphasize that our
she done started this relationship in 2025 with him. She done lost her everlasting mind, child. How she put herself in that kind of situation? I don't know. Oh, Lord. Somebody gonna have to help out of this one.
Investigations and our prosecutions go wherever the evidence takes us. Today's superseding indictment is the culmination of a lengthy and a deliberate investigative process in the ultimate pursuit of justice.
Hold on, let me stop this.
No decision.
Hey, Conscious, you see I'm up late working on my OBS. Listen, I love my OBS. Ow.
In this case, was made lightly. I'd like to recognize the dedication at this time of the career prosecutors handling the case. To my right, Supervisory Assistant U.S. Attorney Jordan Ginsburg, who is Chief of the Public Corruption Unit. And AUSA Assistant U.S. Attorney Nicholas D. Moses of the Financial Crimes Unit and our Healthcare Fraud Coordinator.
She didn't have to.
These men were ably assisted by numerous staff members of our office who dedicated their time and energy to assist them. I also specifically recognize the supervision of Tracy Nite, who is our criminal chief and has done a wonderful job in supervising this investigation and this prosecution. Individually and collectively, I am proud of this office's collaborative, professional, selfless, and unrelenting efforts. But such a case as this requires really tremendous partnership, and we have been blessed to have such. I want to thank the members of the Federal Bureau of Investigation's New Orleans Field Office, led by Special Agent in Charge Jonathan Tapp, and his team members, Assistant Special Agent in Charge Percy Giles,
excuse me.
And also ably assisted by Supervisory Special Agent Samira Maroney. The FBI spearheaded this investigation.
They definitely brought in the big boys. And I don't know why it's always the feds. I don't care if it's 1999, 1980, 1920, 20s. The feds always look just like this. Oh, unimpressed. They ain't got no smile on their face. They serious. Man, just think of the qualifications you have to become a fed. They ain't got no smile on their face. Because they said it ain't funny no more. They got you. Don't say nothing.
And have been with us on this matter from day one. The tireless work of FBI's agents, analysts, and support personnel deserves very special credit. I'd also like to recognize the indispensable contributions made by the Cybercrime Lab of the Department of Justice's Computer Crimes and Intellectual Property section. Finally, I'd like to thank and recognize the New Orleans Office of Inspector General and the Metropolitan Crime Commission for their great cooperation in this case and their dedication to identifying and reporting corrupt and unethical activity by public officials. I'd now like to invite up to the podium to say a few words FBI Special Agent in charge of the New Orleans Field Office,
Oh,
Jonathan
they got a
Tapp.
woman getting her too.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, she
Thank you,
can't
Mr.
say
Simpson.
they have to get her.
Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Tapp, Special Agent in charge of the FBI.
He looked like he could have been in 1980, 1970. They don't change. I swear they don't change.
Here in New Orleans. Unchecked public corruption undermines the roots of our great republic. The citizens of this nation expect their public officials to uphold the public's trust, and the FBI investigates breaches of that trust that constitute violations of federal law. The citizens of New Orleans work hard to provide for their families, and they expect their public officials to be honest stewards of those funds. And today's indictment outlines a betrayal of that trust by Mayor Cantrell and Mr. Vappy.
She done effed
The
up
FBI
now.
has a duty and obligation to investigate and work with the U.S. Attorney's Office and our partners to hold individuals accountable who put their interests ahead of those they've sworn to serve. No one is above the law. The charges outlined today are very serious, and they emphasize the importance of accountability. Today's superseding indictment is the result of painstaking work by FBI special agents, forensic accountants, and analysts.
Heck, you know, when you talk about the forensic, the accountants, they done spend money on getting you. She gonna have to pay this money back.
Who investigated every lead and piece of evidence discovered in this case. A strong criminal case is built on facts, and the investigative process to uncover those facts, bless you, can take days or even years. But the FBI is committed to the people of New Orleans and Louisiana to methodically address every element of an investigation, and that's exactly what we did here. The indictment speaks for itself and outlines just some of the information uncovered in our investigation. The full scope of the investigation will become available through the adjudicatory process. I want to thank the Department of Justice, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Louisiana, and especially the Computer Crimes and Intellectual Property Section.
They got the computer crime. This girl done effed up for real. It ain't that serious. Be right back. Okay, the good old boys. Yeah, they look, you right, the good old boy. And that's what they look too. Ooh, you can have that, honey. I'll still be here, Creole.
Cybercrime Lab and its critical assistance here. I also want to thank the Metropolitan Crime Commission in particular for its help along the way. We appreciate the public's interest in this case and encourage anyone with information about this case or other violations of the public's trust to call the FBI. We can't do this job alone. With the help of the public and our partners, we will continue to carry out our mission of protecting the people of Louisiana and the United States. Thank you.
Well.
So everyone, I guess this is the time for you all to do your work. We have time for some questions. Of course, I listened to my manager right there, Shane Jones. So, but please feel free to ask away, and forgive me if I drink water during the process. Yes, sir.
David Hammer, WWL. Did you take pause at all about bringing criminal?
Oh, you need to hide. Oh, that was on
on a
time.
romantic relationship, especially with the first woman mayor of the city of New Orleans?
To me, it's irrelevant that it's romance or that it's female. What is relevant is that it is an incredible breach of the public trust it's an incredible betrayal of people's confidence in their own government, and it's a violation of innumerable federal criminal laws. That's what's important to me as a prosecutor. My job is to participate in the investigation and prosecution of federal law. Who breaks federal law and their particular characteristics is really irrelevant to what we do.
First of all, I don't even know who would play with federal law. You know what I'm saying?
We follow the evidence, we follow the law wherever it leads, and we do our jobs.
Mr. Simpson, can you please speak to the Gabby Phillip proxy claim? Can you speak to some of the challenges in prosecuting this case, as there's been denial after denial, of course, related to also having false statements in front of the grand jury? And then also, if you could speak to it all, whether the grand jury has been released from a subpoena, if they're going to continue to sit and hear more aspects of this case at all, or if there is any other grand jury proceedings pending?
Well, I can't comment on the grand jury because of, obviously, very strict grand jury secrecy rules and regulations. What I can say is that the investigation in this matter is decidedly ongoing. And whatever leads, whatever information we get that is actionable, that we can develop into evidence that indicates additional federal crimes or individual players in any or all of this, we will pursue.
Thank you. And then the first part of my question about how, the challenges of just of
Oh Lord, she done messed up. She done fell in love with a man. Creole said she needs some water. I need some water too. She done fell in love with a man that she has to pay the piper. I'm just saying. You can't be out here skinning and grinning these men and don't think this stuff gonna come back in your face. I'm just saying, because I don't know. And the way I feel for her, because since her husband has passed, and maybe she was just lonely, and I know it's not an excuse, but maybe she was just lonely. That's my thoughts. What are your thoughts?
constantly, in your own words, making false statements in front of the grand jury? I mean, what are the challenges to be constantly kind of reiterated by the mayor that the allegations are false?
What are the consequences? The consequences are criminal. And when they become criminal, when the falsity of those statements is established by evidence, it proves their falsity. That's the consequences.
She should never lie.
People can say what they want, clearly in their own defense, and the mayor is absolutely correct in exercising her right to do so. What I would say is the ultimate judge of all of this is the evidence that we have developed that forms the basis of this superseding indictment.
Cassie
Thank
Sherman,
you.
WDSU. So in the documents, it alleges other people knew about these actions. Could there be any more indictments further past this from public officials?
Well, I can't answer that right now because, as I indicated, our investigation continues. So the possibilities are open. We don't know. I can't predict one way or another, and I'd be inaccurate if I said I had any sense of that. But I assure you, when I said that this is still a vital and ongoing and active investigation, it is.
The people that you guys were seeing the text messages that were warning the mayor, did you guys talk to them in person or have an interview?
I think the reason why we have evidence is because it is supported by reality. So I won't comment on specifically the evidence, but one thing I've learned as a federal prosecutor over a long time is that you really don't say anything unless you can back it up pretty.
That is so true. That's anything. If you don't know nothing, CYA. You know what that means.
Definitively.
And then my last question, just real quick. In the past, the mayor has said these allegations have been politically motivated. What would you say back to that?
I'd say that's a nice defense. That's a defense that you would use in court.
The dates of the charges go back to 2024, or go as late as 2024. Why not wait until she's out of office in just a few months? And are you concerned about how having a mayor under indictment will affect the administration of the city of New Orleans?
Yeah, again, my mandate as a prosecutor really deals with when the evidence and the facts and the circumstances reach a point of rightness so that a prosecution is mandated, we act. I don't think in terms of the political calculus, particularly because that's not my job, that is for someone else. But the excellent prosecutors and the law enforcement partners that we have, our jobs are very different. We go after lawbreakers, and especially in this city, public corruption has crippled us for years and years. And this is extremely significant to act when the evidence demands it. And that's what we're doing.
Mr. Simpson, James Finn of Times-Picayune.
This is the last question.
It's the
last
At
question.
the Bureau level and at the level of the Justice Department is pretty demonstrably refocused away from public corruption investigations. Did that have an effect on this investigation, and did it present any challenges?
I don't, in our office, the reality is that whatever cases we have, if we have sufficient evidence, be it public corruption, be it violent crime, be it financial crimes, we do it. Whether there is an initiative by a particular administration, one way or another, it doesn't make any difference. If we have a crime that we can prove of any sort that is a violation of federal criminal law, that's what we do. We investigate it, we build a case, and when it comes to the point where we feel like we have proof beyond a reasonable doubt of each and every count that is alleged or crime that is alleged within that indictment, then we do our jobs and we prosecute it.
Mr. Simpson, what's the timeline for next steps?
The timeline for next step would be really the timeline. Are you talking about proceeding to court?
I mean, eventually, you've got summits, you've got a couple, what's your next interaction with Mayor Cantrell? And eventually getting to court, what's your timeline there?
Well, apparently the next step would be an arraignment for her. And there's, of course, a bond procedure. And from there, it proceeds as any other federal criminal case would go. There are a plea of clearly not guilty would be entered, as they always are. And then trial dates would be set. Discovery would occur, which is obviously the exchange of documentation and information between the government and the defense and vice versa. And then it goes from there.
She, unfortunately, okay, what she say? Creole said, okay, former mayor Nagin, I remember him, went to prison. He did. He was like a Asian, not like a what's it called? I don't know what to call him. I remember. Maybe he was mayor. That's the guy I think about, mayor. So you saying the former mayor, he went to prison 10 years. That says a lot for y'all. I'm just saying.
To
Illinois ain't no better.
However it resolves, be it in a courtroom, at trial, or whatever else the options are, a plea or what. And there will be motions, legal motions filed continuously during this process, of course, to shape the direction of the case.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Quick clarification. On
Close
the
your
text
mouth, girl.
messages, you mentioned that many of them had been deleted. Are the ones within the indictment, were they deleted, or were these simply the ones you were able to recover, and there's some that you were not able to recover?
I think when you read the indictment and get a chance to really study it, it'll answer that question for you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks, all of you.
They were nice, though. Oh, do y'all see that? Oh, this was another good one. Okay, after this,
Bring Mike Pearlstein back in to talk about some more about this indictment. As we've been sitting here, you've been combing through it.
I was listening to this
I think one of the
earlier.
most important questions in this indictment is revolves around whether or not she destroyed.
Common sense say it's Dr. Brooke Ayers is the story of the line on the line. You said Dr. Brooke Ayers is the story on the line. What the hell? Oh, it's 211 there, 223 there. It's 323 here. Lord, I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Evidence. And that's usually one of the most serious charges that people face is number one, lying to the grand jury allegedly and destroying evidence and deleting those text messages and not turning over messaging, including the WhatsApp messages, to federal prosecutors whenever they initially had issued a subpoena asking for her communications with probably Vappy.
That's right. And you can see in the indictment that there are two different overt acts stated. One was not complying with the subpoena for documents, not turning over everything she had in her possession. The other is lying to the grand jury with testimony and an affidavit. So coming in two different forms, documents as well as her testimony. It does then go on to include those 15,000 WhatsApp messages and her attempts to erase those, looking up the security features on the phone on how to delete. And apparently she made, I guess, a kind of error. Many of us are tech novices when it comes to figuring out the details of the apps on our phones. And she, I guess, went ahead and activated something that would delete WhatsApp messages, not realizing that it doesn't go back in time to delete prior messages, many of which are quoted and cited in this indictment.
Yes, and then it goes on to say that she went on to delete thousands of messages that were
bribery, money laundering, tax evasion. Yeah, she gonna go to jail like Wesley Snipes. She done messed around and found out. And your husband died. You sleeping with a married man. Yeah. You gonna get yourself in a whole lot of trouble. She better have a good attorney. I would like to also. You think we'll be able to get a hold of it? I bet you Lady Luck Club will have that before the morning comes.
Included in WhatsApp manually after, enacting that feature that allows you to automatically delete those messages. And I'm not sure if we have the interview that I did with Cantrell queued up several years ago when we first started hearing about federal investigators asking for those communications. She had a very lengthy response to my questioning about it. Do we have that interview that we can queue up and show to people? We're going to get that in just a minute. But
and while we're waiting for that, and that was one of the last extensive sit-down interviews that the mayor has done. She's been largely out of the public eye. Those Wednesday press conferences in which she would hold, forth and answer all questions have long been abandoned.
Yes.
Now, in light of this, and not just the 11 counts against her, but the nature that goes into, I'll just read one of these regarding the messages. Quote, Vappy and Cantrell repeatedly said they loved each other and discussed their physical and intimate relationship. So my question for you and anyone in the media is, how does she present herself to the public in any form in light of what we're reading in this indictment?
I think that is a great question. And doing the city's business after allegations like this released in a federal indictment of a sitting mayor would make it extremely difficult, I would imagine, to continue doing the city's business to the level that I think the
She on her way out
citizens
the door,
and
though. Does it
taxpayers
even matter?
would expect. Now, maybe she can, maybe she's thinking, these are false allegations, that she, again, was doing the city's business, doing the city's business in all of these 14 trips that she's...
Hey, listen, she was doing the city's business now. She was doing the business. I'm just saying. No offense. She was doing the business. Not the business y'all wanted, but she was doing some business.
Accused of taking with Jeffrey Vappy for personal reasons on the public dime. Maybe she will just continue to proclaim her innocence and continue to work. I mean, I think there are a lot of questions that we haven't been able to ask her in particular, and that I think, the residents of New Orleans are going to expect to hear from her soon.
And we have seen the pattern of her behavior
erratic,
combative, when she has clashed with the city council over things like travel, over the Pontalba apartment. She's
things listed in this indictment.
Things listed in this indictment. She has often doubled down and taken a combative stance. It becomes much more difficult when some of those things are now part of a federal indictment. And obviously she must choose her words much more carefully, probably on the advice of her defense attorney. Just getting out there and stating that something was official business and defending a trip is going to be scrutinized by federal authorities. They themselves said this is an ongoing investigation and invited any additional information for people to come forward and produce that.
Again, when Jeffrey Vappy was initially indicted over a year ago now, some of the allegations in that indictment included Vappy searching for information about the Nashville mayor who had been indicted for stealing from the citizens of Nashville and traveling, having an affair on the public dime. So Vappy, over a year ago, this indictment claims, was searching for information about that, allegedly because there were similar things going on here. And that's at least what this indictment alleges, that there were similar things going on between him and the mayor. And so that's what we're looking at now.
And, we've heard the cliche so many times before, it's not the crime, but the cover-up sometimes that looms even larger.
Yes.
And look, just going back to the original charges on Vappy of wire fraud for claiming hours and getting paid by the city for work that the federal government now says was carrying on this affair. Those charges are repeated in this superseding indictment, and Cantrell is listed on some, but not all of them. So some of this is Vappy himself. Others, they are alleging that Cantrell either had knowledge that he was not doing official duties for the city or should have.
Googled it. Oh, there's a PDF?
That ends up being maybe a smaller element than we thought.
What you put in is for
this
45.
whole indictment.
We ain't got 45
and the travel,
pages long,
a
Nite.
much larger dollar amount.
Yes.
Much more elaborate allegations of scheming to get together, and the text messages that seem to support that this was for their personal relationship and not city business are looming much larger now in this indictment.
Now, former federal prosecutor Matt Chester, who we just spoke with moments ago outside of federal court, did raise questions about whether or not prosecutors will be able to successfully argue that everything that Vappy was doing on those trips was personal in nature, that he was not actually providing a public function. Was he actually working for part of that time? Was he, on duty protecting the mayor some of those hours? I mean, I think, there is the chance that in court this could get into the weeds of that to some extent. But we did hear from acting U.S. Attorney Michael Simpson in his news conference just a little while ago that he felt that, or he sort of doubled down in saying that, there were other trips that the mayor took in which she did not need a bodyguard. So why would she need Jeffrey Vappy on the trips that he went on if on other trips she didn't take her security detail with her? So clearly they're setting that up as one of the arguments in the case.
And one example of that was, once again, the story that we broke about Vappy when he was on the Hano board.
Yes.
Going to Martha's Vineyard for a conference, and I got all the public records pertaining to that trip. Obviously, there were some questions raised about why a police officer would even be on the handle board without any relevant experience, but he was. He took a trip with 2 other members of the board. So he was at a conference doing presumably whatever that conference entailed as far as business. This indictment alleges that Cantrell cut off a trip to take a private trip to meet him there. Were the other handle board members aware that Mayor Cantrell suddenly appeared at that destination, a rather exclusive and pretty high-end, resort town in Massachusetts? So, once again, we don't know the full extent of the federal investigation, who they've interviewed. They're asking for anyone else with information to please come forward. That's one that both raises the fact that the allegation was that Mayor Cantrell felt safe enough to travel alone to go meet Vappy, allegedly.
Yes.
And he's at a trip with other members of the handle board. What did they know?
Yes. Exactly. I mean, I think those are both great questions, and I think questions that federal investigators are going to be asking as they move through this investigation. I mean, the whole situation, with their conspiracy, really.
Cantrell is only 53 years old. Thought she was older than that. Creole, what did you put in to find that document? I am looking for it. Indictment document. Let's see if I can find it that well. Oh, this girl done got herself in so much trouble. And you want to feel sorry for her, but you can't feel sorry for her because she's hard-headed. Oh, I found it. A felony. It's this right here. I found it, 45 pages. You can't download it, though. Ooh, maybe I can download it. I can't download it. But I found it. It's a felony. Jeez. Okay, we're going to have to look into this some further tomorrow. Oh, Section D.
Which is what's alleged in here. Their conspiracy to use federal tax dollars to create these opportunities to travel together seems pretty black and white in this indictment. I mean, these messages, these WhatsApp messages will obviously be central to their case. And whether or not, not only did they conspire to use federal or state, local tax dollars to travel together to further their affair, as the U.S. attorney called it, he said it was a years-long fraud scheme perpetrated by 2 public officials who were trying to perpetuate their affair. But those messages...
And by abusing their power and authority.
Yes, by abusing their power and authority, and by abusing tax dollars that come from hardworking citizens of New Orleans.
And let's just look at the action.
And just think, if you listen from this story right here... Oh, that's it. Okay, I get it. Do you see the top print? Or do you see at top print? Oh, okay, let me go back. Okay. Dios mío. Let's see. Come on. I just had it. I'm telling you, my computer's like, you think you're going to be up all night like this and get up in the morning? Shoot. I don't know. Okay, let me keep playing. I'm going to have to find it.
Jeffrey Vappy took. With his indictment, he promptly resigned from the police department after a lengthy career, has largely faded from the public eye.
Yes.
The mayor is in a much more difficult position regarding that. We obviously have not seen a lot of her dealing with the media or other public appearances, but she's not one of 900 New Orleans police officers. She is singular, the mayor, executive leader of the city of New Orleans.
I believe the last time we saw her was at that Trader Joe's grocery store opening the other day. I think she was there for the opening of that store on Tulane Avenue. I don't believe she made any public statements at that news conference, which is interesting at this point, looking back, hindsight 2020. But, she really has not opened herself up to a lot of public scrutiny. However, she has been getting criticized for this extensive travel since questions started swirling about whether or not what is alleged in this indictment was the case, whether or not she was using those trips to travel for personal reasons and using public money to do that. And she has said over and over again that she feels like all of these trips that she has taken.
Hold on. Okay, so Creole is right here. And you saying there's a print. Am I tripping or what? Because I don't have a print on mine. I can't print it. So I try to go to File. Let's see if I can open a new link. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Oh, it's 48. Okay, hold on. We cooking with gas. Bam. Thank you, Creole. Okay. Now I gotta figure out how to save it. Oh. Print. Duh. Okay. Thank you, Creole. You the best. Okay, here's the end of it. Was she talking yet?
All around the world have really been to further the city of New Orleans and to do the public's business. It'll be interesting now to see, after federal prosecutors have really spelled out something that's quite the opposite, what her reaction to that will be.
Okay.
WL Louisiana News at 6.
And New Orleans. Y'all New Orleans folks. Y'all know how they have it going on. And that's what I'm talking about. I was trying to fix this right up in here, but I'll do it later. I gotta go to bed. Yes, let me tell you. That was, gotta read this tomorrow. We're gonna go over that tomorrow. I believe I'm able to save it. I'm still trying to see what my computer gonna do. Yeah, that was easy. Oh, we got some tea for your mama, girl. Yes. Okay, let's see. My computer is now frozen. Oh, am I doing something wrong? Oh, it's saving, so I can't do anything till it's finished saving. Okay, y'all. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. And excuse. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And what you gonna do? Okay, I got it saved. Bam. In that order. Thank you. I love me some Creole. 'Cause Creole knows she be helping the seniors out. I'm just saying. Not yet. But you know what I'm saying. I appreciate you so much. So much. I don't know how to fix it. I'll fix all this later. Okay, well, with that being said, man, I'm going to go to bed now. I done been to the casino. I done done a whole lot of stuff. And this is going to be a busy week. So I'll be coming in and out. But we going to be trying to keep using this OBS and keep working on it and do the best we can. You know what I'm saying? Well, in that order, because I look like I'm tired. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I said, oh, it's time to go to bed. But I want to say thank you for the 12 people who rock with me through all my little, trying to figure out my little issues and, trying to stick with the OBS. Trying to do big things out here. Make it more fun. The only problem is we got to figure out how to add, how people can join. Probably, all right, okay, so maybe once or twice a week I have to go back to StreamYard so I can have people come up. If not, I can do this by myself, y'all. Because I like my Chrome key. It is so nice. It's so nice. Okay, with that being said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in trouble in the morning. But I'm okay. But I thank you. And I promise that I will be back tomorrow. Oh, later on today. Don't know what time yet. But I'll be back today. Practice make perfect. And so we could just, let's talk about Cantrell because it's going to be some juicy TTT. Because they ain't say all of the paperwork. They ain't tell us everything. Get ready. Get your popcorn. Okay? In that order. Well, this your girl D-Love from the South Side. Inglewood for life. Chicago, that is. And I will be working on an outro. Like, I remember, okay, so I want to make an outro, but I had, stopped it because somebody said they don't have an outro. They don't have an outro because the outro means the end. So if I never have an outro, there will be no end to us. So I was like, oh, I like that. I don't want this to end. So that's why I never use the outro. Guess I'm ready. Oh, okay. Not too early, though. You're right about that, Creole. Not too early, baby girl. All right. Well, with that being said, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Creole, because this has been very interesting. We went from Dr. Umer to Pancake Face. Now I don't talk about people. All right. Well, this your girl, T.